2 days ago, I fucked up. 2 days ago, I went ahead and I indulged in my bad habits again. I watched porn again, ate junk food again, scrolled social media again, and this was during the point where I'd already made a commitment to living a life of change, like making a change in my life, living a life of self-improvement, like living a life where I'm actually like striving for my goals. So I went on ahead and I began observing why I struggled to stop indulging in my bad habits and why I struggled to just get back up and pursue my goals again. And what I found is that I was distracting myself and I wasn't listening to my voice of reason. You see, we have inside of us two different types of voices, right? We have the bitch voice, which is the weak little baby bitch voice that's trying to convince us to indulge in our bad habits, to live a comfortable, pleasurable life, to just do nothing and be lazy, be a faggot. That's the bitch voice. Now, the other type of voice is what you call the voice of reason. And the voice of reason is the ambitious side of us. It is the side of us that does what is right. It is the side of us that is hardworking, that is influential in matters of discipline. That's the voice that resides our masculine prowess, our desire for growth, our desire for progress. That's the voice of reason. And you can hear this, right? When you indulge in your bad habits, you can 100% hear that voice of reason trying to talk you out of it. Because when you're living this kind of life, when you're trying to like make a change in your life, especially when you've like just gotten out of that horrible life that you used to live and that life of like just doing like a bunch of pleasurable and comfortable shit, right? That's especially the case when you've just gotten out of living that kind of life. So when you're indulging in your bad habits, right? That voice of reason is trying to talk you out of it. That voice of reason is trying to tell you off. It's trying to convince you that this is wrong. You need to stop. This isn't right. This isn't you. This isn't what you're supposed to do. We both understand that what you're doing right now is absolutely detrimental. Like, what about that promise that you made to yourself? What about that goal that you said you'd accomplish? That's the voice of reason. And I think why we struggle to get out of a rut, like why we struggle to stop indulging in our bad habits and to get back into striving to achieve our goals, is because we're not only ignoring that voice of reason, not only are we not acknowledging that voice of reason, we don't even feel ashamed. Like we don't even feel like a sliver of shame in the things that we're doing, like a sliver of fucking like embarrassment in the bitchery that we're choosing to do. So what you need to do to stop yourself from indulging in your bad habits is you need to start acknowledging that voice of reason. Because if you're committed to this life of change, if you're committed to this life of actually striving to achieve your goals, then I don't fucking see the point of you going back into that life that you used to live in, you going back into indulging in your bad habits again. So the first step is to acknowledge that voice of reason. Listen to it. Listen to what it has to say and respond. You're right. This is fucked up. You're right. This isn't me. You're right. I did make that goal for myself. You're right. I did say this about my bad habit. And then you say, that's it. I'm going back. That's it. I'm getting back up. That was the entire process that I was undergoing for the past week, because this actually happened twice. And Usually when these things would happen to me, it would take at most 3 to 5 days before I actually went ahead. I felt enough like shit about myself and the things that I was doing in order to actually take any fucking action. With what I'm doing now, with what I'm applying now, it takes literally just honestly fucking 2 days at most and an entire afternoon at least to get back up and get back into continuing what you're doing. You have to acknowledge it. You have to listen to what it has to say. You have to agree with that voice of reason. And then you have to say you're going to act. And then you have to say, that's it, I'm going back. Like that, when I did that, that gave me just like such a strong fucking push. And it helped me to just stop it with doom scrolling, stop it with wanking my dick off, stop it with fucking eating junk food, and just actually properly just get back into what I was supposed to be doing anyway. Acknowledge that voice of reason, listen to it, like listen to what it has to say, and reply and tell it that you're going to take action and commit to taking that action. Like, this is what I did that helped me to just get back up. This is what I did that helped me to just destroy that resistance. Like, I think that a lot of guys get this so fucking wrong. They think that they just have to wait for that spark of motivation to just randomly come crashing down on them one day to help them to get back up. And to those people, you're fucking retarded, dude. Honestly, you're fucking retarded. I don't mean to like offend you. Like, you're fucking retarded if you're doing that. Like, sometimes we just need to have that like fucking slap to the face. Like, if you're trying to wait for change to come to you, then not only are you a bitch, you're fucking retarded for that. You're fucking stupid. You're a dumbass for that. You gotta acknowledge what you're doing. You gotta see the light. Like, the truth will set you free. See the light in what you're doing. See the wrong in what you're doing. See that what you're doing is fucked up and isn't what you want, and it isn't what's going to get you to accomplishing your goals. Like, if this is what you want to do, if that goal is what you want to achieve, then it is in your best interest to resist as much as possible the coercion that you get from these fucking bad habits, like the temptation that they give you. Even if you're already in the midst of fucking doing it, that's when you gotta like resist it. That's when you gotta like fucking hold your ground, like fucking just get away from it. Like, I know it can be difficult, I know it can be hard, but just remember, you gotta acknowledge that voice of reason. Like, it's hard to get out of that shit. It's hard to get out of that rut if all you're doing is ignoring that voice of reason. If all you're doing is distracting yourself and just pumping just endless amounts of dopamine with YouTube shorts, with TikTok, with fucking porn. If all you're doing is pumping all of that shit and you're ignoring that voice of reason, then you're never going to get out of your rut. You're never going to fucking stop indulging. And you have to like be fucking aggressive with this as well. You have to like be fucking aggressive and feel like, to an extent, anger. To an extent, you gotta feel ashamed. Like, emotion is one of the best fucking influences to this process. It's like, you gotta feel that pain. You gotta feel pissed off at what you're doing to yourself. Feel that anger. Let it just all out, because humans are creatures of emotion. We feed on logic, we feed on information, but at the end of the day, we're creatures of emotion that act on our impulses. And as men, we have the God-given gift of activating our emotions on command. Like, if I want to be angry right now, I can be fucking angry right now. I can be fucking angry right now. Or I could just go ahead and I can be calm. As men, we have that fucking superpower. As men, we can just turn on that emotion. And when you're going through this process of acknowledging that voice of reason, of like listening to what it has to say, of agreeing to what it has to say, and speaking your decision of listening to that voice of reason, of getting back up, when you apply emotion, especially aggressive fucking emotion, you will very much so get out of that rut. You will very much so stop in what you're doing and go back into trying to achieve your goals again. If you found this video helpful in any way, then you might want to check out the top link in the description. I teach consistency, I coach consistency, and if you're interested in the type of lessons that I'm teaching, I will personally help you with whatever problem that you may have with trying to get consistent. And besides that, just everything that I'm doing that's helping me to get consistent. So go check that out. It's in the top link in the description. Besides that, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, comment down below so that more of my videos get pushed out to more people. And yeah, that's about it. See you in the video. Bye bye.